In this guide, I'm going to show you how to set up a single family site on the Akuvox cloud using an E12W and an S563W. First of all, go to your installer account, log in at ecloud.akuvox.com, and put your username and password that you've been provided there and click login. And now click on Add Single Family Site on the dashboard. This will take you to the Add User page, and this is where you create your customer. So put your customer name, the first line of their address, however you want it to appear in your list of customers. Room name we can leave blank. Email, we will put the customer's email address in here. You can also put your email address in here as well. It will then send you the link to download the app with the login details so that you can test it. You can then edit that to your customer's email address when you before you get to install. Country, region, you can and mobile number, you can leave these blank. If you don't have an email address, however, you can put the country in and a mobile number, and it will send a text with the login details. And the address field, so first of all we have to choose United Kingdom, and then we choose the county, and then city. If you can't see your city, then just choose the closest one to the site. Then put the postcode in. That's quite important because the monitor will display a weather forecast, and it uses that postcode to display the weather. And then just the first line of the address. Now, the next bit here, SIP call or IP call, this is really important. If all the devices are on the same local network, then leave it as IP call. If, however, you've got different devices connected to different networks, or you've got an intercom that's running on 4G or a 4G router, then you will want to choose SIP call. I'm going to leave it as IP call. Everything's connected to the same network here. Time zone, leave as it is. Language, we'll leave as English. Time format, I'll leave the same as well. I'm not going to fill in any landline numbers because we're not going to be getting Akuvox to make a phone call to a standard mobile number or landline. It's an audio-only telephone call. It's often used for elderly residents, but it's not normally a feature that's used. Home automation, we'll leave that off. Acuvella products, smart home automation products for in the Akuvox range, we're not installing here. Premium plan, this is really important. If you've got an indoor monitor and all the licenses are being supplied free of charge, then we'll leave premium plan off. If, however, your customers paying for the licenses because they don't have a monitor, then you'd select premium plan as on. We'll leave it off, and then it asks with an indoor monitor, and we will select on. And now it's asking for the MAC address of the monitor. The MAC address can be found on the box that the device came in. It can also be found on the unit, and you can also get it by going into the settings on the actual monitor itself. Device name, this is where the device is generally installed, so here we'll install it in a kitchen. And these two relays here, these are the local relays on the actual indoor monitor. Most times they are left off, and that's what we'll do in this case. Click submit, and that then creates the customer. If you click on the device icon under actions, that will take you to the devices page. So this is where you can see all the devices that are added to this customer. To add the intercom, we click on new. We change the device type to a single tenant door phone, and then again it's going to ask for the MAC address of the intercom. Again, that can be found on the box or on the back of the device, and then the device name is where it's being installed, so front door. Allow users to monitor the device. There's a monitor button on the monitor and in the app that allows you to view the video feed from the intercom. If you want to disable that, you can click on no. So this relay here, this is the relay on the actual intercom itself. If you're just using one relay, you don't need to rename it because that name won't appear anywhere. If, however, you're using two relays, maybe you've got like a vehicle gate and a ped gate, or you're controlling a couple of doors, then you'll want to add a second relay, and then you'd want to change the name of the relay here. That way, that when somebody actually presses the open button, they will be presented with the name of the two relays and choose which one they want to be able to fire. Under both these relays here, you've got access methods. Highly recommend leaving Smart Plus homepage and Smart Plus talking page enabled on both relays. That way they'll be able to see both relays in the app on the homepage and while they're in a conversation with a visitor. PIN, face, RF, Bluetooth and NFC. This is for something that's added via the app. What's that going to fire? For example, if I add facial recognition to my app, what's that facial recognition going to fire? I don't want it to fire the vehicle gate, I want it to fire the tag gate. And again, in terms of a pin, if they're adding a pin to the via the app, what relay is that pin code going to fire? So in this case, I want it to fire the vehicle gate. I don't want RF cards on either, and I might want the Bluetooth to only fire the vehicle gate as well. If you've only got one relay, then leave them all enabled on the single relay. Not a problem at all. Once you've set up that how you want it to be set up, click submit, and that will add then the other device. You can add more devices here by clicking on new, choosing whether it's another door phone or indoor monitor or even access control, and you can add as many devices to that customer as you wish. Under status here, I can see that my monitor is showing as green, status is online. My intercom isn't showing green yet. If I click refresh, the status then goes green. If whenever you click refresh and the status remains grey, it's probably because it's the first time it's been added to the cloud, and you've probably plugged it in before you've added the MAC address to the account. In which case, just power it down or reboot the devices, and you should then find the status goes green. That's about it. One other thing you might want to, if you added your installer account or your installer email address, and now you want to change it back to your customer's email, if you click on Sites, Single Family House, find the customer, and then click Edit, you can now change the email address here. You can also, if you did choose SIP call or IP call incorrectly, then you can change that there and click submit. If the customer didn't receive the password, again, if you click on the Actions Edit button and click on make sure the email address is obviously correct, and click Reset Password, that will send them another email with a new password for them to log in. That's it. That's how you set up a single family house, single family site on the cloud.